welcome to our midweek pause. This week, as we are pausing in our lives, we're going to first take a deep breath and shake off everything from the day, everything that's keeping you from God's love, and just let yourself be fully present. Tonight, we are in the midst of Pride Week, and so we're going to be reflecting on the diversity of God, that wonderful diversity, and celebrating the week of Pride. So let's listen first to this scripture from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11.
When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became an adult, I put the ways of childhood behind me.
When I was a child, I had a limited worldview. My worldview was made up of the experiences I had had and the experiences from my immediate family and my extended family and close friends. My circle of understanding could not go any farther than what I had experienced or what I had known or what I was being taught. But as I got older, I began to let go of some of those pieces from my childhood as my worldview grew, as I learned from new people, as I learned about the experiences of people that I had never experienced myself but heard their stories and could listen to their hearts and their feelings and the ways that they were viewing the world. And the same has been true with my faith. We all have a childhood faith that we have learned and has grown with us. But at some point in our lives, and actually continuously throughout our lives, we must keep allowing that faith to grow. To not stay in the simple childhood faith, but to keep developing our faith that it may continue to expand with the experiences of others, the experiences of the ways people have seen God, the experiences of love, the experiences of all that which is sacred. One of the ways that I have expanded my experiences, even beyond just talking and listening to people, has been through literature and through books. And you may know, whenever you go into a clergy's study, there's almost always lots of books. And it's not just that clergy love books, it's that we know that we cannot understand God without listening to others' perspectives of God. For not a single one of us understands God fully. I do not understand God fully. You do not understand God fully. Not a single one of us has a complete picture of God. But together, we can start to understand God at a deeper level than we ever could alone. So some of the reasons why I have so many different books is, like, this is a book, a global Bible commentary. It allows me to hear people's perspectives and experiences of God from all over the world and from those cultures. There's a women's Bible commentary to hear the perspectives of different women from around the world and how it is that they have heard the Bible based on their own experiences. This is a commentary, an African American commentary, listening to the perspectives of African Americans and their readings and experiences with God. There's also an entire sector called queer theology. And queer theology is a newer theology in that there's newer books that are coming out, but it's also an old theology too. And some of the books that we have here at the church, there's Jesus, the Bible, and homosexuality. Queer virtue. The Bible and the transgender experience. Because all the different perspectives, different people from different cultures, different genders, different gender expressions, different sexual orientations, different skin tones, they affect how we experience one another. And because of that, it affects how it is in the pieces of God that we are able to see. So in order to deepen our faith, We must listen to the experiences of others. We need to have African American theology. We need to have global theology. We need to have queer theology. We need to have theologians and speaking from all their different perspectives. Because that's the only way we can move from our childhood faith away from a stagnant faith into a growing and living faith. Because God doesn't fit in any single one little box. God doesn't fit in just my understanding of God. God doesn't fit in just your understanding of God. We need each other to better understand God. And because God is that from which our source comes. The scriptures tell us that we were made in the image of God. And if we were made in the image of God, that means that God is incredible diversity. God encompasses all sexual orientations. God encompasses all genders. God encompasses all skin tones. God encompasses all these things. God is queer, God is straight, God is gay, God is lesbian, God is transgender, God is non-binary. God is the entire alphabet of human diversity, and God is so much more than that too. So, we have to remember, even remembering that God is even greater than our own image. For we were made in the image of God. God was not made in our image. So, to keep listening to each other, keep hearing those stories, and keep remembering that if we were made in the image of God and not God in our own individual image, then we need each other. I need you to grow my faith. You need me. We each need each other in order for our faith to develop and to get closer to God. And I think that's part of what Pride celebrates. This week we are celebrating Pride Week, and part of that is celebrating the incredible diversity in which we were made. And the incredible diversity that is so vast that it cannot even be comprehended by humanity alone. And it most certainly cannot be comprehended by a single person's view of the world. This celebration that we are stronger and healthier people of faith when we are free to share our love with each other, and we are free to share exactly who we are. Because exactly who you are is who I need to grow my faith. It is who your neighbor needs to grow their faith. It is who each of us need to grow in faith and greater understanding of God. So thank you. Thank you for being you. And may you celebrate all that which your life adds to this world, and all that which your life adds to our understanding of God and faith. As you continue your night, may you live knowing your beauty. May you love with everything you are, and may you be blessed by God and be a blessing to others. And may you go in peace and in love.